Any best friend or close friend that doesn't want you to win is not the best for close friend. He's just keeping you there because he's seen someone that he's better than every day. And this is a fact. There's some people like that. They keep people around them just so they can always be number one. Just so they know that they're always better than this person and that person is never going to be better than them in life. So you just keep them there and please them and feed them and things like that. Beware of these people. Anyone that is just feeding you like a dog and treating you like some cute animal without helping you really when you need help, when you want help, like run away very fast, because to me that's deadlier than being what's good, how you doing. It is currently 2 a.m. and I'm recording episode 4, and today I want to talk about friendships, not romantic friendships but real friendships. I feel that real friendships that doesn't involve romance matters way more than romantic relationships or friendships. And I say that because you spend most of your time with your friends, your close friends. When you're not dating, after you're done dating, after the breakup, before the breakup, you spend most of your time with your friends. And it's really important to have the right people around you in your life because they can literally make or break you. Today, I want to tell you how I've been able to find real, authentic, genuine friends that are now called brothers and sisters, if I may say that, use that word. But you get female friends and male friends who are pillars in my life, who we benefit off each other spiritually, emotionally, and in different ways. Friendships that you go home and in your mind you're just really grateful to have these people in your life. It's people you can laugh with and roll on the floor. It's people you can insult in a joking way. It's people you can talk to without fear of sounding cool or looking cool, or maybe you shouldn't sound stupid. I want to tell you how I was able to find and keep real friends, authentic friends in my life, and how you can also find those real friends that can really make or break you. Friendships are it's such an underrated topic. No one talks about friendships. I feel like a breakup in a friendship is way more serious and way more hurtful, and it's hurt way more than a romantic relationship. Because you can have another romantic partner, but you can't really have another best friend. You can, but to me, it's more irreplaceable. It's more hard to find a real close friend than a romantic partner. You can go clubbing tonight and get a girlfriend in 2 weeks if you really want to. But can you tell yourself in 2 weeks I want to find a new best friend? You can't. A best friend is something that builds over time. And the longer you know someone, the longer you're with your best friend, the thicker the bond gets. And it works kind of the same way with romantic partners, but I think with romantic partners, the longer you spend together, if you're not soulmates, if you're not going to get married, the thinner the bond is. I think the peak of a romantic relationship is at the beginning, the first few days, the first few weeks when you're like madly in love with this person. But the peak of friendships is down the line, 2 years, 3 years knowing this person. That's when the relationship is in its prime between you and your friend, between you and your close friend. That's just my perspective on it. Don't quote me on it. That's how I feel, and that's what I've noticed in my own personal life. And how did I meet my close friends? How do I think you can meet those close friends slash best friends, whatever you want to call them? Those friends that are on another level than the rest of your friends. It's people you can really open up to. You have the best times with, that appreciate you, that you appreciate, that you can tell them anything. When I mean anything, I mean anything. And you feel safe. It's really, really underrated to have this kind of people in your life, you know. And I'm going to be talking about everything I know, everything I can tell you about my own relationships with my close friends. And I hope it helps you find your own close friends slash brothers or sisters. however the case may be to you. I'm really blessed, I would say, to have friends I can call brothers. Literally, I know their parents, I know their family knows me. We've known each other for quite some time. We have fun together. They call me out on my bullshits. I call them out on their bullshits. They celebrate with me when I win. I celebrate with them when I win, and vice versa. And we just, move through life together. No matter what, no matter how hard it is, no matter how easy it is, this is the person I'm going to. And having a close friend or a best friend doesn't mean you have to spend the whole time with them. That's another thing people do not really talk about. Some people feel that you should spend every single time with your close friend or with your best friend. Every single party you should go with them, every single outing should be with them. It doesn't really work. It doesn't have to be like that. If it can be like that, super cool. But it doesn't need to be like that. And that's why I think friendships are more important than romantic relationships. Because in romantic relationships, you get jealous or your partner gets jealous when you're not doing everything with them. In friendships, it's cool. It's not even seen as anything. You feel me? I won't see my best friend going out today to a party and I'll be like, yo, where are you? Why didn't you invite me? Blah blah blah. Like I'll be like, yo, bro, that looks lit. Where is that? I'm like, yo, that's nice, bro. And that's it. It's all good vibes. And then he comes back and then he's telling me about it. And then we're just, telling each other how our nights went and all of that. I don't really feel you can do that with your romantic partner. Even if you had a blast, if you start telling your partner about it, that you had so much fun at the club, they're going to start getting jealous, whether they show it or not. But in friendships, it's cool. And it's really exciting to see that your friend had fun also. How did I find my so-called best friends, close friends? To name a few: Erwin, Adam, the twins, Azuz, Swish, Stanislava, and obviously I'm not good with names. I can't mention everyone. But that's the thing about friendships. They don't care that I didn't mention their names. They just be like, yo, why didn't you say my name? SMK, Omar, Amar, MK, Yusuf. As I keep on remembering your names throughout the episode, I'll say it. Just so you guys don't kill me after. But yeah, I think the number one way you can meet your best friends, your close friends, is by being you. And I'm not saying that in the obvious way that you should be yourself and blah, blah, blah. Like, who are you? I found all my close friends on the basketball courts. That's who I was. Because I was spending all my time and I loved basketball and I was giving basketball my everything. So it's blessed me. I said it in episode 1 or episode 3. It gave me my biggest blessings in life, which are my friends, honestly. I've met everyone on the court. Everyone that's close to me now in some way. Apart from the female friends, apart from my female close friends, I met them on the basketball court, literally. And why do I say be you, do you? Because then you meet someone who loves what you love, who likes what you like, who understand what you understand. Because these guys play basketball, so one way or another, we share some values, we share some likes, we have something in common. So that's a good foundation, So find that thing that you really love doing, that you spend most of your time with. That's where you find, or should I say, it's not necessarily where you find your best friends or close friends, but it's definitely a good foundation to see the people who share things in common with you. And that's how I found all my friends, honestly. Adam, met him on the court, Aaron on the court, all the boys on the court, all the twins on the court. And then from meeting on the court, we started hanging out in person, found out that one or two of them, we lived in the same neighborhood. Another thing is that if you do meet your best friend or close friends, it will be easy for you guys to be together. There won't be much friction. I don't know how to explain this. Like, not in all cases, but in most cases, there won't be friction in between you guys meeting up and seeing and hanging out. Most of my best friends, it's just so easy to meet them and do so much things with them. The moment they were free, that they come down to my neighborhood or I'll go meet them or they'll come pick me up and we'll go somewhere. But basically, it wasn't something we had to plan in advance, You could just wake up today, text you what you're up to, and they're like nothing, and then you're also doing nothing, and you just meet up, Like there's there's no much planning going on. You just literally spontaneously meet up with these people, and over time, it's easier for you to meet with them. You have things in common. You start getting to know them better while being yourself. If how do I say this? How you know the person is not meant to be your best friend or close friend? Maybe you can stay as friends because you have something in common and it's easy to meet. So ask yourself, how many things do I need to keep? Like, how many things do I need to tolerate with this person or that person? How many things does that person do that you have to like ignore just so you don't cause friction or cause tension in the relationship? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how many things you need to keep up with? How many things you need to tolerate? Like, he or she does something that you just have to ignore or don't pay attention to, but you know deep down it's pissing you off, or you don't really like it, or you don't agree with it. If you have more of that and less of, oh, we have that in common, oh, I think the same way also, like if you have more friction than non-friction, obviously it's not going to work out. But some people choose to stay in these relationships because they're scared of either losing that person. Maybe that person brings some value to you in some way. Maybe he literally brings one thing. Maybe he's helping you with a very important phase in your life. It might be financially, it might be physically, it might be emotionally, it might be because if you're no more friends with this person, you can't be in a certain friends group and you just decide to tolerate some things that that person does, then obviously that person is not going to be your close friend or best friend. It's going to end at a point because someday the cup is going to be full and you're just going to spill over. So check. Don't ignore all these things. Like anything that person does or those people do that you don't really resonate with, if it's more than you can keep up with, then obviously that's a sign that that person is not meant to be your friend, close friend in the long run. Because close friends and best friends is a long run game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's not, oh, I feel good hanging out with this person and I don't mind he does one, two, three things I don't like. It's I don't mind hanging out with this person next year. I don't mind hanging out with this person next 2 years. I'm not trying to start thinking of friendships like that and start planning long term. But once someone is your close friend or best friend, it's gonna turn out like that. You're gonna be chilling and doing almost the same things for 2 years. I don't care how many things you're doing, you're gonna end up doing the same things over and over again with that person. Like, what can you possibly do different? We have limited amount of activities or things you can do. It's the person you're with that makes it feel good or different. So you need to be sure that this person, your best friend, your close friend, is someone that you really, really enjoy your time with. And when I mean enjoy your time, is that inside jokes just start to build up. You know, things that some of you will see and it's just some of you laughing in the whole crowd because you guys understand something about it, that kind of stuff. Or that person has a great charisma that you lack and he just makes the world brighter from his perspective or her perspective, and you never see the world that way or you never think of the world that way, but that person kind of opens up the world to you like that. Or you can be bored around this person and not feel guilty of being boring. You know, like you can just be like, yo, what you want to do? Nothing, I'm dead, like I'm lazy today. And the other person's like, yeah, same. And you guys are just like doing nothing and enjoying doing nothing, you feel me? Without the fear of judgment that you're not a cool person. Because when someone asks you, oh, what are you up to or what are you doing? And you say nothing, you're like, oh, like, okay, then you get fear of being judged as boring or not cool. I don't know how to explain it. But with my best friends, they can literally call me and I'll be like, what are you doing? Either I'm working, I'm busy, or I'm bored. And whichever the case might be, they understand. Like, they understand that I'm busy. It doesn't like, say doesn't want to hang out with us. Like, there's none of that bullshit, you feel me? Or if they tell me they're busy with something, I instantly understand. I don't bother them, you feel me? And it doesn't even stay in my brain. Like, it doesn't affect me in any way, you feel me? But some people they start thinking about it like, oh, maybe he or she doesn't want to chill with me, or they basically start overthinking. You can't be with people like this. They're not your best friends or close friends if you don't understand that they might be doing this or that. Because if they're your best friends or close friends, you probably know what you're doing without them explaining. Like, my best friend tells me he's busy, I know what he's busy with. I know the level of seriousness that thing might be, or they just say a word and I completely understand that, okay, that is a no-go area for me. Talking about that, you should know your boundaries. No matter how close or best of a friend is, there's boundaries. And friends that respect that boundaries are keepers for sure. Because there's sometimes you can't really explain why you can't talk about it or why you don't want to talk about it, but the other person keeps on bothering to talk about it because they're your best friend and they feel that as best friends we should know every single thing with no borders whatsoever. I get that. My best friends, they know more about me than anyone. That doesn't mean they know every single thing about me or I know every single thing about them. And that's the good part. I don't need to know every single thing about them. I just need to know them on a different level, on a different angle than the rest of the world. And I like that angle that only me sees. That's why I like being around this person or I like hanging out with this person. And I can call that person my close friend. Because I've seen all their shit and I've seen all their goods. And I decide there's a good balance for me. I can handle this, or I enjoy being in this. So look at it that way. And if you're the kind of person that tells every single thing, like literally every single thing to your best friend or close friend, it's not bad, but I won't say it's good, and I personally won't advise you to. Just because if something happens one day, you just for insurance, you still have your red room locked inside you. You still have some things that you can call, like, and say it's just for you. You don't want to get to that level where someone else in this world knows every single little thing about you. So now I'm going to play a game. Would you rather? And these are questions brought to me by the listeners of the podcast, by you. So enjoy. Would you rather have a date or be single? Right now, be single. Would you rather get a job you hate and make tons of money or get a job you love and get none? Job I hate and get tons of money so I can have the freedom to do what I love. Would you rather have a pet unicorn or pet Pegasus? A pet Pegasus, that's a unicorn that can fly, basically, in case you didn't know that. Would you rather find the winning lottery ticket or free Disneyland tickets? It depends, because if you say free Disneyland tickets, that means I can have like 1 billion Disneyland tickets and sell it, or a free winning lottery ticket for how much? It really depends. But based on this question, I'll choose winning lottery tickets because it's probably going to be worth more than a Disneyland ticket. Would you rather only be able to shout or only be able to whisper? Definitely whisper. I don't think I'll even stand myself if I was shouting 247. If I was whispering 247, maybe people get used to it, it won't really bother them. It will just make them like say huh, like huh, what, a lot more. But if I'm shouting, they won't even, I can't be around people. People are gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Would you rather only celebrate holidays or only celebrate birthdays? Birthdays, obviously. Will you rather be hot or cold? I'd rather be cold. When I'm cold, I sneeze a lot. When I'm hot, it's just not comfortable being hot because no matter what you do when you're hot, you're sweating and sweating doesn't feel nice. So yeah, I'd rather be cold and sneeze a little bit and be under the blankets. It's cool. Or actually, I think I'll be hot because in this AC, it's very tough. I'll choose hot though. Yeah, hot. Would you rather share a room or have a room to yourself? I'll share a villa but have a room to myself, or I would rather have a room to myself if we're being specific. Would you rather eat ice cream or only eat donuts? Ice cream. Last one, would you rather be rich and hate it or poor and love it? How can you love it when you're poor? Like how? Everything frustrates you. Like you're gonna hate your life being poor. It's just annoying. So I'd rather be rich and hate it because I'll eventually find something I love, and because I'm rich, I'll be able to do it. Yeah, that's it. That's too much. But that doesn't mean that you should really intentionally try to put boundaries. If there's no things that are that deep that you really need to keep to yourself and just yourself, then it's cool. Like I can't even think right off my head something that I can't tell my best friend. But I'm sure if I sit down and I start thinking, there's obviously some things that there's no need to tell them. Like it's just for me. Like there's no need to tell you what my mom messaged me yesterday and what me and my mom discussed 2 weeks ago by 12 p.m. You feel me? Like there's no need to go into that. But if it's a problem that kind of affects me in a way, then I can share that. But if it doesn't really affect me, or if it affects me on a level I can't even share, then cool. I understand that if it's them, and they understand that if it's me. But at the same time, these are people you can tell, like, yo, bro, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling weird today. I don't know why. I'm not sad, but I just feel dead. I just feel like everything is black and white. I don't know if you've had that feeling before, but I recently had this feeling. That's why I'm talking about it. And I was just telling my friend, I was telling Erin, and he was like, yeah, it's fine. Like, he doesn't. The funny thing is that they don't even have the right words to use, but just the fact that you can talk, just the fact that you can talk about how you're feeling, about your state of mind, and they listen, even if they have dumb answers that aren't so bright. And this is not a shot to Erin, don't worry. It doesn't matter, because now that you know someone listens to you and understands you and won't judge you, the answers start coming off. And then he told me everything's gonna be alright. You need bad days to enjoy good days. Not every day is gonna be all colorful and bright. Like, this is not a dream, this is real life, and stuff like that just helps you go. The fact that there's someone you can talk to. Why do you think people pay for therapists? Therapists are literally people you talk to and they basically repeat what you said. Anyone that's been to a therapist understands what I'm saying. They basically repeat what you said, but in a question way. Like, today I had a bad day. You had a bad day? Oh, I don't really feel like talking to your mom. You don't feel like talking to your mom? Like, that's therapy. In case you guys, like, it's not the whole therapy thing, and I'm not saying therapy is useless, but therapists are basically people who listen to you and help you find the answers to your problems. They don't give you answers to your problems. You find it. They just guide you there. And that's what close friends or best friends are for. They just get to listen to you. And by you talking about your state of mind, about your problems, about you feeling good, even friends are not only there to hear your problems. You like, stop doing that. Like, if you have a friend and you're always going to them with problems, please also go to them with the good news, with the celebration. Like, anytime I get booked for a job, I text Erwin or I tell him when next I see him, which is literally almost every day or two. Like, yo, I got this job here. Like, and so I was like, yeah, let's go. Another one. Yes, yes, sir. You feel me? And just don't share the bad news. Share the good news also. Like, celebrate and mourn. Like, go through everything. There's some people that only tell their close friends their problems, and in the long term it will just be like I don't know, it will feel like you're going to start feeling like a burden to them, because every single time they need to fix your problem, they need to help you. When are they not helping you? So also tell them when things are going great for you. Like, they need to hear that also. And also you need to hear when your best friends are winning, because if that doesn't make you happy, then what are you? Then you need to fix yourself. If hearing your best friend just did something great or is winning in life and it doesn't make you happy, like, who are you? Find God. But yeah, you need these people to kind of carry you through life. And I'm not talking about helping you when you have a problem. I'm talking about people who celebrate you when you win. Because that's also an underrated issue. I think another reason why people become sad or depressed is because there's no one to tell them good job or congratulations or yes sir, let's go, happy for you. They have very few of those kind of people in their lives who tell them good job when they do something good, because everyone is always telling them what they're not doing good. So you should also keep that same energy when they do something good. I think generally the world is like this now. We do not celebrate wins as long or hard as we announce losses or share losses. Someone says something bad on the media, is going viral. Someone does something good, yeah, maybe it will be like in the media for a few hours and that's it. But a celebrity, let's use a celebrity for example. A celebrity says something bad, something controversial, that is going viral. A celebrity wins, sells out, I don't know, just something like a win, like a normal win in life. No one talks about it. It's just like, oh, okay, cool, next. So you need your close friends and best friends to also be those people, that person that tells you congratulations, that tells you good job, because then you keep on going. That's going to help you go further. And I like that because my friends, I think we celebrate each other more than we even talk about problems, because problems are always going to be there for life, no matter what you do about it. But wins should be celebrated because it sparks another, it's like a snowball effect. When you celebrate a win, you set stage for the next win to come. So another of my friends, Philip, I also met Philip on the basketball court. And Philip has a good story. Philip, me and Philip used to go to restaurants 3 years ago and we'll be looking for who has like a 10 dirham change to complete the bill. We were broke. And now Philip is good, like he has his own apartment, he has a Benz. He's doing great, mashallah. But then Philip is this person now where any single small thing he does, everything he does, he gets a new shirt, he makes money in his business or something like that. He's sharing it. He's like, yo. And then we're like, yeah, we have like an unimaginable gift collection for this because texting just became not enough. Words couldn't quantify our excitement over stuff. And now we just send like the most hilarious gifts. I'll see if I can drop some in the video. But yeah, you need friends for celebrating wins and celebrating yourself and you to celebrate them more than to fix problems or to help you with problems. Obviously, these people are always going to help you with problems and difficulties if you have them. But if that's the only thing you guys do, chill and fix problems, then you won't really enjoy your full friendship. But then when you add celebrating wins to the equation, then it's bliss, yo. It's so good and it's such a good feeling knowing that someone out there can tell you good job. Like this is underrated, I feel, because even since we were young, as babies or adults, telling our dad or moms our problems wasn't a problem. Like we're going to tell them no matter what, or they're going to find out no matter what. But showing your dad your result at the end of school and getting that good job, or he tells you congrats, hits different. It's made you feel happy. Am I right? Like that's what made me feel the happiest, when they would tell me good job or congratulations when I did something, when I like did a painting in arts class and I went back home and I showed them and they told me they liked it or they loved it and then framed it for me. Like I felt on top of the world, and it motivated me and pushed me to do more things like that. You feel me? So you need more people to celebrate your wins so you can be excited to win in life, in whatever you're doing. Now that's about celebration. Another thing I noticed with some friendships is the competition. Maybe this happens to girls way more often, because with guys, maybe I'm lucky, maybe I don't know, but I've never noticed any kind of competition with my friends. And even taking it bigger and more wide, just friends, not even close friends or best friends, like just friends in general, I haven't really noticed competition. Maybe it's because I never view anyone as competition or anything as competition. I'm just striving to be better than yesterday, because even better than myself yesterday, that means I'm better, and I don't care how anyone else is doing, because everyone has different backstories. Everyone has different things they went through, had different ways they solve their problems. Has different circles. Like you can't even begin to, I don't know, I understand why people compare themselves. You can't even begin to imagine the differences between two of you, and then you're comparing yourself over like one final thing. Like me going to Burj Khalifa transportation and someone else from this same building going from Burj Khalifa is a whole different journey. Someone might go there in a Maserati, someone might go there in a Peugeot, someone might go there on a bike, someone might go there on the metro, someone might go there on a taxi, someone might go there on the bus, someone might walk there. Like there's so many things, a taxi might break down, the Maserati might get in an accident. There's so many things from point A to point B that can change someone's journey and how they get there. That's why maybe someone arrived somewhere earlier, and then you're looking at that person and getting jealous and viewing them as competition and wanting to be better than them. Maybe that person had 5 accidents and 3 broken tires in his journey, and then he got there finally, and then someone is viewing him as competition now. Or someone didn't have a single problem, he had fast track everything, he went in a Lambo, got speeding tickets. Yeah, that's a good example. Got speeding tickets, avoided the traffic, and arrived there, and then you're jealous because you are going in your Lexus on 60 kilometers an hour at a steady pace, and they reached there before you. Now you're envying that person, or you're jealous of that person, or you're comparing yourself with that person. You just can't. I feel like comparing shouldn't be done. Compare yourself to you. Like yesterday I went in a metro, today I'm going in a taxi. Boom, I'm winning. tomorrow I'm going in a Lexus. That's the goal. You feel me? Like gradually, just become better than you were yesterday, and you're gonna enjoy your own journey without needing to see, without needing to compare yourself to anyone. Why? I think when competition is healthy competition is that, oh, now you see someone can go to Dubai Mall in a Lambo. Do you want to go in a Lambo? It's a choice. If you want to, then now you've seen it's possible because someone else did it. So now that drives you to get a Lambo to go to Dubai Mall with. You feel me? That's healthy competition. It should be like a drive, an optional drive that you choose. You choose that, okay, I want to go in a Lambo. You're not satisfied with your Lexus or your Maserati anymore. You want to go in a Lambo. So now they view that person as the goal. Like, that's my goal. I'm going to study that person. I'm going to see how we got there. If he can get there in a Lambo, I can get in a Lambo. Then you choose to do it. Instead of getting jealous or envious and saying, oh, no one should go into Lambos. And then you start be like, look at your Lambo. It's like the color is ugly. Blah, blah, blah. You feel me? Like, there's no reason for that. There's healthy competition that you can use to drive yourself to your optional goal if you want to. And keep it that way. Like, healthy competition is good. It's very, very good because it's what moves you and gives you a purpose in life, I feel. So yeah, your close friends or best friends should be these people. If they're doing better than you for some reason, if you feel they're doing better than you in life, now you're lucky because you have someone who is better than you and that person is close to you. That means you can learn all there is on how to get there. So you should never view them as competition. If they're doing something better than you, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, you're very lucky because now you have a guide. You know how much people will pay to be friends with millionaires, to be friends with billionaires, to be friends with athletes, to be friends with spiritual healers, just so they're very close to this source of whatever they have. Because the closer you are to a source of something or to something, the more you can learn from it, the more you can see how it works, the more you can manifest it because you can touch it. If your friend has for example, your friend has a Bentley, you can touch a Bentley and sit in a Bentley every day. So your manifestation level now is going to be crazier because you can actually feel it. Like if you can touch it, it can be yours. There's a saying like that. I can't really remember, but if this is how you should treat your friends or your best friend or your close friend if they're doing better than you in some way, if that's what you want. Be grateful and then use them as a source of information, a source of knowledge, a source of wisdom because they'll gladly and happily give it to you. Most people that have all these things are blessed on another level in all these aspects in life. If you're close with them and they like you and you call them or they call you their close friends or best friend, they will share with you because they want you to win also. Any best friend or close friend that doesn't want you to win is not the best or close friend. He's just keeping you there because he's seen someone that he's better than every day. And this is a fact. There's some people like that. They keep people around them just so they can always be number one. Just so they know that they're always better than this person and that person is never going to be better than them in life. So you just keep them there and please them and feed them and things like that. Beware of these people. Anyone that is just feeding you like a dog and treating you like some cute animal without helping you really when you need help, when you want help, like run away very fast because to me that's deadlier than being broke and not having anything. Because when you're broke and you don't have anything, you chase, you start looking for ways on how not to be broke and how to have something. And I'm not talking about broke financially only, like spiritually, physically, mentally. When you're low on these resources, then you have nothing to lose. So you're always going to strive to be better because you're not in a comfortable state. Either you're not physically fit and you don't like the way you can't move or you can't do some certain things, that makes you angry. So you go do something about it. Or if you can afford some things, that makes you angry. So you go do something about it. But then if your friends are people that are blessed with these things, it's going to give you the feeling like you have it also. Because then you're going to be driving in a Bentley. For example, let's imagine it now. You're going to be driving in a Bentley. Every night you're in your villa. You're eating good. You're basically living the life that they're living. Like if they're a millionaire, for example, I use millionaire because that's easy to think of. If they're a millionaire, for example, you're also a millionaire, kind of. Apart from the only difference is your bank account. But Lifestyle wise, you're living their life. You're popping bottles with them at the clubs. You're chilling in their luxury cars. You're chilling in their luxury houses. You're enjoying their luxury lifestyles. But you don't have anything of yours. That is more dangerous than having nothing at all. Do you feel me? Do you get what I'm saying? So beware of the situations and people in your life. If and also this is it might not be their fault, you know. It might be that they're open to help you, they're open to give you the wisdom and knowledge on how to succeed in any of these aspects in life, but you're not just making an effort because you're too comfortable, because you're living the life, right? So why should I do anything? Wake up. That's whatever they have, whatever you're enjoying, whatever lifestyle you have now, because of them, because of people around you, it won't last forever. There's one day that'll come and reality will check up on you. You're gonna have a reality check and know and realize that all these things are not for you. And I'm not saying, oh, leave your blessed friends now because you don't have it. Like I said, if you have something that you're doing in some way, they will help you, because friends want to see other friends win. Real friends, true friends want to see their friends win also. And if they can help you in any way, they will. But just watch out and just know that it's not yours, and get yours. And you can't get yours. And it's easier to get yours now because you're around people that have what you want, spiritually, physically, mentally, everything. So watch out. And another topic I want to talk about is around best friends and close friends and friendship in general, is conflicts. I think conflict is good and bad because it doesn't really depend on much, but it opens your eye to see who you really want in your life. Conflict opens your eye to see who you really want in your life. I remember one day, me and one of my very close friends, we came back from Abu Dhabi on a trip, but before the trip in Abu Dhabi, we had a fight in the car about something about the windshield, something dumb like that. And then he cussed me out. He's like, shut the fuck up, in not a friendly way, in a very serious way. And we didn't talk the whole trip back to Dubai. It was, silent treatment, the silent treatment before the end of a relationship, that kind of stuff. And then we got home, come down, I go to my place, he goes to his place. And then 10 minutes after, we were downstairs again, just eating Pringles and going for a walk and chilling and laughing like nothing ever happened. And it's because that moment when we went home without talking on a bad note, that was one of the first fights we ever had. Like, I won't call it a fight, but you get what I'm saying. That was one of the first times we didn't like. That's the first times we left on a bad note. I'll say it like that. And in 5 minutes, I couldn't just imagine my world or life without this guy, And immediately, I just called him and we went down and it's like we just started chilling. You feel me? But other people, they might let their egos or pride not text or talk to the person again until the other person does and blah, blah, blah. And it just turns into something very foolish, honestly. Because if you can imagine your life without this person and you say yes to it, that person is not your close friend or your best friend. If there's nothing you can do about it, okay, cool. But if there's something you can do, if there's an effort you can make, and you didn't make it because of your pride and ego, that means you didn't value that person at first. That means you can't call that person your best friend or close friend, because what the fuck? A normal relationship or with a normal person, obviously that would be the end. That would be the last time you guys talk, if you guys have a fight like that, or even not. And then with your best friend and close friend, you just end years or months or weeks, I don't care how long it's lasted, just because of some silly thing that happened. Because most fights to me are caused by very silly problems. Like I said, what caused this fight was the windshield. The windshield wasn't wiping properly, and I was trying to tell him how to fix it, and then he basically shut me down. And yeah, like, if you can imagine your life without these guys and you happily say yes to it, then they're not your best friends or they're not your close friends, Like, even with some of my female friends, we've had fights before, like a serious fight, debating about serious issues. And we were like, yeah, leave. And at the same time, we're like, hold up. Wait a minute, don't leave. Because no matter what, you're going to think of it. Oh, is this the last time I'll speak to this person? Is this the last time we'll talk? Am I not going to talk to them again? And if you can comfortably say yes to that, they're not your best friends. They're not your close friends, because if it doesn't hurt losing them, you can't really say they're close to you. So that's another check for you. That's what I think conflicts. It helps it's like a check, it's like a checkpoint in the relationship. When you have conflict and in a relationship, that's where you get checked. Like, do you value this person? Will you lose this person easily, or will you fight for this relationship? And fight for the relationship sounds so super hard. Very simple. Will you not lose it or lose it? You choose, because there's always a choice after or during a conflict. Even after those words are said, those so-called hurtful words you can't take back, even after that, there's still a choice, there's still a effort that can be made, and it can still be fixed. I don't People say, oh, you can't fix it after that point. He said this, he said that. Yo, I've said worse things to each other when we're joking. So it's fine. There's always something that can be done if you don't want to lose that relationship, if you don't want to lose that friendship. And when it comes from both ways, not just one way, that's when it will work out. That's when it's all be good if both of you value it, because that's what makes you close friends or best friend. That means that other person views you as a close friend or best friend, and you view them as a close friend or best friend. It doesn't go one way. If it goes one way, sorry, that is not a friendship. That is not a close friend you have. That's not a best friend you have. That's just someone you think he's your close friend or best friend. And I hope there's less people that think that way, because it's not like one day you kind of announce that, yo, this person is my best friend, or you text him or her and be like, oh, they're my best friends now. You just both know that, yo, motherfucker, there's no other person you be with, right? It's not even it's not even that serious. It's just like, you just know when you know. Am I right? Tell me in the comment section how you know someone is your best friend, and did you officially announce to your best friend or close friends that you were best friends or close friends? You get what I'm saying? Tell me in the comment section. I'm actually curious, because I can't remember in points in life where I announced to my best friends or close friends that we were best friends or close friends. Obviously, there's times where I've called them my brothers, and I've obviously told them how much I value our friendship. That's another thing I'm going to talk about. Communication in friendships. And when I mean communication, I don't mean when something is wrong, you should communicate. I mean when something is going good, when something is going great, communicate. Be like, yo, bro, like in the middle of all those laughter and chilling, be like, yo, like, thank you, man. I really appreciate you, my G. Like, I enjoy spending time with you. It might sound cheesy, but it goes deep and it goes a long way when someone tells you that. It's so cheesy that you don't actually react to it, and in the next second, it's like, what are you saying, man? Or it turns into a joke again, and you guys just continue laughing or continue chilling. It's maybe making a joke out of. If they're your best friends or close friends, they'll probably make fun of you about it. But trust me, they listen to that, and it went deep. When my best friends and close friends have told me this, I'm usually the one telling them the most, because I'm talkative, I'm a talkative. I'm the one who talks more. I'm a talker, basically. And I tell them, like, yo, like, bro, I appreciate you. I love you, bro. It sounds cheesy. I don't care. I don't care. Even my female friends are like, I tell them how much I value our friendship. Might sound cheesy, might sound weird, but then I tell them just so they know, because you never know when it's too late. I've seen so many times where it was too late. Like, we see it every day. Like, Takeoff dying. Imagine Quavo never really told him how much he valued him as a friend, cousin, or valued their relationship. Like, Offset was beefing with him. I'm sure it was over something dumb. He regretted that beef, obviously. So this is why communication in friendships is very important. It's not just to communicate when there's a conflict or when there's something bad that you guys don't understand. Obviously, communicate about that, but I want to highlight communicating when times are good. When you're enjoying your time with this person, tell them, because I've told you before, when you celebrate victories, it attracts more victories. When you celebrate wins, it attracts more wins. When you're grateful for somebody, the universe gives you more reasons to be grateful for that person, and that means that person will become more blessed. You become a better friend. You will become a better friend, because we can all become better. No one is perfect, which leads me to the next point. No one is perfect. Your best friend is not a perfect human being. Stop writing down in a piece of paper how you want your best friend to be, or how you want your close friends to be, or how you want your friends to be. Obviously, there's some things that you can write down. I think you should write down what you don't want in a best friend, what you don't want in a close friends, and because you can't really say what you want in a person. You're not God. You feel me? You should be willing to adapt, but not adapt to the point where you're changing your values and your beliefs. But for example, you can't say my best friend's color must be red. Like, that's dumb. I feel that's dumb because what? Like, really? Because, yeah, some people do this. They write down all these specifications they want out of their partners, even and best friends. Like, he or she must want to watch horror movies. Like, he or she must have the favorite color as blue. He or she must prefer to wear caps over hats. Like, just very funny things like that. Do not do that. Like, no one is perfect. The universe is going to give you someone that you have things in common with, someone you're comfortable with, someone you can open up to. That's all. That's all you need. Honestly, you have those three things. I might be missing out on one or two more important things, but you have those two things: someone you're comfortable with, someone you have things in common with, and someone that you enjoy spending time with, and someone you can say no to. That's another important factor. Someone you can say no to. Oh, say, let's go out. No. Why? I'm doing so and so and so. Okay, cool. And then tomorrow they still text you like, yo, what are you doing? Or tomorrow you see them and there's no bad beef whatsoever. I can't remember when last I went out with the boys. That doesn't mean I love them less or they love me less. They understand that right now I'm grinding. You feel me? I'm grinding so I can have freedom and time to spend with them. And they understand that, and I've told them that. I communicated that, like, yo guys, I'm doing so and so and so we can have more free time together, because I don't have to worry about bills and all these things, so I can buy my freedom basically to chill with you guys. And they understand that. So no one is perfect. So taking no, some people, when they hear no from someone they love or like or enjoy spending time with, it kills them. It's like it strangles their emotions, you know. You should be okay saying no, and you should be okay hearing no from your best friends or close friends, because you're the only person that understands why that person is saying no. There's always a reason for a no. It's not that that person doesn't want to chill with you. Please do not think that way. Like, that person is not even your best friend or close friend. If you think that way, like, really. So learning how to handle no and learning how to give no is very important. And I understand that some people in general might not be able to do both. They might not be able to say no, or they might not be able to receive no from other people. But it's different when it's your best friend or close friend, because that person on another level, deeper than other people. So you should understand why that person is saying no. Or that person should understand why you say no. No, I don't want to do this. You want to go here? No. It's not like you have to compromise, and that's another reason I feel friendships, best friends, close friends, is better than romantic relationships. Just because in a romantic relationship, saying no is a very touchy subject. I feel like you always have to please that person, even if it's something you don't like doing, something you don't want to eat, something you don't want to wear, something you don't want to do. If they tell you to do it, you don't want to say no because you don't want to hurt their feelings. But in best friends, in a friendship relationship, you can say no because you know that person's not going to cry or that person's not going to get hurt over it. It's just a no. A no is a no. It's very simple. Like, bro, I need to sleep now. Let's go home. I need to go home, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Boom. That's it. Cool. You can't do that with your romantic partner. It's going to build drama over time, whether you like it or not. Like, oh, you don't want to do this with me. You don't like doing this with me. You don't like spending time with me. Oh, you had fun without me. Blah, 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 blah. That's why if you do find, that's why the best romantic relationships are relationships that started out as friendships, to me. Tell me what you think in the comments. What makes a romantic relationship good? To me, is being friends before you date. Some people might agree, some people might disagree, but this is just my opinion. I feel that when you're friends with someone before you date them, you know them on another level. You're comfortable saying no to them. You're comfortable telling them when you had so much fun on a night out. You're comfortable being yourself. You're comfortable not compromising yourself and who you are to keep the relationship. You feel me? Like, I'm not even thinking of keeping or things I need to do to keep my best friend. You feel me? Like, I am me, and me is what brought me, or is the reason why I'm best friends with this person. Is because I can be myself completely without worrying. That's why I'm this person's best friend or close friend. I'm saying best friend or close friend because some people call it different things, but you understand what I'm saying when I say best or close friend. You can be yourself. In some relationships, sometimes you need to do things to please the other person, which isn't good, which isn't ideal, because someday you're going to change and you're going to not like who you are because that's not who you really are. You're going to change. But when you have a best friend, when you have a close friend, you're never going to change. You're always going to keep on being you. And you have someone that you can be you with and have fun with and enjoy life with while being you. Like that is peak. And it doesn't happen rarely. It happens rarely. Even some people, their close friends, their so-called close friends and friends, they're not really themselves. They are being who their close friends want them to be, or they're being who they think their close friends want them to be. Because some people, they based on how they met. For example, you meet someone in a club now, and that person is a party person. Some people automatically think they need to be fun and cool to keep up with this person. So even if they end up being friends with that person, they're always going to try their best to be the fun, not boring, cool person so they can keep on hanging out with this person. And they never have real moments with this person. But because they are always in the same environment every time, they become close friends. Apparently, close friends. So, yeah, real close friends, authentic, genuine close friends slash best friends, you be your real self. Like you be that person where when no one is watching, when no one is hearing, when no one is seeing you, that person you are in your bedroom when you're alone. Your best friend can be sitting right beside you and you're still that person, you feel me? That's a best friend. A person that can be there when no one is there and you still be you. You still do what you do when you're completely alone. Imagine like that. Can I do what I do when no one is watching if that person was standing in this room? There's some people I can't, like, and it's not bad. I'm not saying if people in your life and you can't be your honest self, that means they're not good people. It doesn't mean that. It just means that that is the boundary for them. I'm not going to let them see the bedroom me, like the real me, because I don't have to. But when you're calling someone your close friend or best friend, that person should be able to see the real you and you be your real self without worrying or just by choice, you know? It mustn't be a bad thing not to be your real self, honestly. There's some, like in work environments, you don't need to be your bedroom self, you know, you don't need to be your real self, authentic self. You need to be your work professional self. It doesn't mean you're fake. You just have different characters for different environments you're in. And that's how human beings are. There's no one person that is just one way every single time. That's very rare. And those kind of people have bought their freedom in life, as far as I'm concerned. If you can be like the bedroom you every single way you go, like the real authentic you, that means you have some certain amount of freedom because now you don't need to be professional because being professional is so you can get something and you're trying to be professional so you appear somehow to get an opportunity or get something. So when you don't need an opportunity, when you don't need something from anyone, then you're totally free. Like that's the goal in life. To be my bedroom self, you know, to be my real self. Say what I feel, you know, say do anything, act anyhow, be me basically, without the fear of losing something or missing out on something and stuff like that. And that leads me to the next point, the fear of missing out. When your best friend or close friends do something, there should be a balance between the fear of missing out and you not feeling like you missed out. Bless me. Are you not feeling like you missed out? Because some people, when they see their friends or close friends or best friends do something without them, they get jealous, they get envious. Not in a bad way, honestly. You know, like, I wish I was there. Maybe you couldn't be there. Maybe you're doing something else. But if you think about it, now you had the opportunity to be in two places, kind of, because now your best friend is going to come and give you the whole gist and basically allow you to live in that experience that he or she was in. You feel me? Like my best friend just came back from a 6 months trip. She went to Bali. She went to the whole of Europe. She toured Europe, and I was able to tour Europe also because I knew every single thing about it. You know, I knew all the places she went, everything she did, and that was cool. You know, because we have limited time and we are only one body, so we can't do so much things. But having someone that can do other things and you do other things, it's like killing two birds with one stone. You feel me? So instead of getting jealous or feared of missing out or fearing missing out, honestly, I think this point doesn't relate to the fear of missing out. Just in general, appreciate that you have someone close to you. That means you can enjoy life on a different perspective. Yes, scratch that fear of missing out points. Having a best friend or close friend allows you to live life from two perspectives because you are someone, for example, you're a lawyer and your best friend is an accountant. No matter what, you guys are going to talk about your professional life somewhere, somehow, you know. and maybe you're a lawyer for some big clients that you travel on a private jet with, and that person's an accountant. For someone that has one of the best, entourage in the city, like he has an entourage of cars, you guys can literally live in both worlds, kind of, if you understand what I'm saying. You feel me? Like, you can see the inside life of an accountant, and your best friend can see the inside life of a lawyer from both angles. You feel me? And now you can even use that knowledge to your advantage. You can use it for fun, for entertainment, for learning, for motivation, for inspiration, for anything. But having someone that's close to you that can share the experiences with you allows you to live life on different perspectives. And I feel you should be, grateful for that. Because some things some of my close friends do, I can't do. Not because I can't do it, but it's because I'm doing something different in my life and they do something different. But now I can understand how a personal shopper's life is. You feel me? I can understand how a stylist's life is. I can understand how a pilot for a fighter jet's lives is. I have these real authentic stories that I'm listening to every day. I can understand how being in the military is. I can understand how traveling every single month for work is. You feel me? Like, I can understand all these things and I can add it to my own knowledge and wisdom and understanding of life. We should be grateful for and ask for more stories and just if you haven't been doing that from your best friends or close friends on what they do, because it's really open your mind up in a way that you did not know. It's open your mind up to new perspectives, which will lead you into thinking in a fresh way. It might be what you needed to get to the next level in your career, honestly. Like, bringing other perspective from different careers into yours is such a hack. I don't know if people do this normally, or if you don't, start doing it. Some techniques that work in other careers, in other fields, if you just tweak little things, they will work for your own career or field, and then you can use it to your advantage, or you can just enjoy the stories, whichever you choose. But you have that opportunity when you have a best friend, because you can really ask them anything about it and they can tell you anything about it, like the real things, not just, oh, how was your vacation? Oh, it was cool, we went here, it was enjoyable, we had the parties here, the parties were so nice. Meanwhile, it was like, oh, I couldn't find a cab because blah blah blah. Like, your best friends will tell you the real shit, the real things that happens, or the real things that are going on, being something or somebody. You feel me? Other people will just tell you the general what you want to hear kind of thing, but your best friends and close friends will tell you the real things that happened to them on their experience, or the real things that actually go on in this career. You feel me? So yeah, what else? What else do I want to talk about with best friends? How to keep best friends? Like, I think I'm gonna. This is really important. How do you keep your best friend or close friend for a long time? The answer is very simple, yet it's very hard. Just keep on being you. And I say it's very simple because it's as simple as that. Just be yourself, because that is who they love. That's who you love, them being themselves. Because life changes us. We don't really notice it. But if you look at your life 5 years ago, you are not entirely the same person. You have changed. Life has kind of molded you. Either it's traumatic experiences, or you became more blessed and then you became a little more cocky, a little more confident than the past, which isn't bad, but still you changed. So your best friend or close friend are those people that are also changing. That's a very important thing. Both of you need to be changing or evolving. Like, every 5 years. I think this is the reason why they say friends don't really last forever, because you guys go your separate ways in life, blah blah blah. The only things that can really take you separately, that can really make you go your separate ways in life, are relationships or family, to me. When you start dating, obviously you spend less time with your best friends, close friends. When you have a family, you have to spend less times, or when you have a job that takes you away from your best friends. Those are the three things that can take you away from them. But if you guys decide that no matter what, no matter how many of these life things happens, we'll still be us, because we know that if we still remain us, and us being your real self doesn't mean being the same person forever. It means having the same values, having the same mindset, having the same thoughts process about life, having the same virtues and passions. Like, you don't start lying more now because you're more successful. You don't start hiding more things now because you're you're going through way more problems now. Like, don't change that. No matter how big it is, if you're still winning, still celebrate it with them. Don't hide it for them because you might fear that you're showing off for stuff like that. If you have a problem, tell them. Don't think that, oh, this person has too much problems, I can't share with him or her. Like, don't change all these things because now they start to miss out on your life, you know. They start to miss out on your life some way or another, and slowly it starts breaking up. It starts breaking off. That's not what you want. You want to be sharing your wins and your losses the same way you have been sharing them, even when they were little. The bigger they get, the bigger your wins get, the bigger your losses get. Share it with your best friends and close friends, no matter what, because they're still going to be the same person. Even if they're going through more things, or maybe they have too much now and you feel like, oh, they don't have time, I don't have to stop them, still share it with them because that person is still going to be the person who knows more about you more than anyone else. And the moment you start not telling them your wins and your losses, you're telling someone else. So another person, even if it's not one person, maybe start telling more people. Now more people are starting to have more value than your best friend or close friend because you started giving them less attention due to reasonable reasons that you thought were reasonable. But sometimes you can't be reasonable because nothing in life to me is reasonable. So don't try to be reasonable. Just continue being you, and you can enjoy your friendships and the relationships for a very long time. And don't forget that the people who you choose to be your best friends or close friends make or break you. And I'm not even joking about it. Like, I have been the person who I am today. I am going to be the person who I am going to be tomorrow because of my best friends, because of my close friends, not because of anyone else. I spend, if you think about it, when you're young, you spend more time with your close friends slash best friends more than anyone else, more than your family, more than anyone else. So they're really important. They can take you to the next level by being there for you, by having someone to tell you good job. They can really take you to the next level in life. And when you make it in life, which you will, if you have the right people around you, don't change. I'm not saying the only thing that's constant in life is change. I accept that. But don't change as per. Don't stop sharing your wins and losses with them. Don't stop doing what you really enjoyed with these guys because you think, oh, now you're older, so we can't do these things again. No, no, don't stop. Obviously, there are some things that you can't do anymore because now maybe you're a family man or you're married and you have kids or you have a more serious job that is really, really, really critical to what you do in society. Yeah, but still, there's some things that you guys can enjoy. Don't stop having those inside jokes. Don't start judging them because you guys are not on the same path in life. It's possible they want to have fun with their lives and get serious next year, but because you're getting serious this year, you start shunning them, you start pushing them away. No, keep them. Everyone has different timelines. The fact that you made it at 30 and your best friend made it at 40, like, don't treat them differently. Your best friend might make it at 20, you might make it at 15. Don't treat them differently. You feel me? So just be the same. And because you made it, don't feel like you're too big for them. And because your best friend made it, don't feel you're too small for them. Always be there for them. Always. That is what I have for today. Anything else that comes up in the friendship circle, I'll talk about it on social media or make another future episode on it because it's such a broad topic. I can't talk about everything about friendships today, but these are the things that I've been thinking of lately and I decided to share it with you. I'm really grateful for having good friends that help me through thick and thin, and good friends who are always there to celebrate my wins, and I'm always there to celebrate their wins and always there for their losses. Really grateful. So yeah, this is episode 4. This was meant to be a guest episode, but we had to reshoot and re-record Ali's episode, which I'm going to do on Wednesday because I have a shoot for Valentino on Tuesday. This is the Get Exposed show. You can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Apple Podcast. You can listen to it on Spotify. Listen to it on Amazon Music. On anywhere you listen to podcasts, it is there. The Get Exposed show by Odia. There is no the. Just Get Exposed by Odia. And that's it. You see a huge picture of me smiling or posing. Anyone. Anyways, I hope you really learned something from today. And today's task for you is to tell your best friends or close friends how much they mean to you, how grateful you are of them, or just use the word I love you. Guy to guy, guy to girl, girl to girl, girl to guy. It doesn't really matter the dynamics of your relationship. Just say I love you. It might sound cringe, I know. But it goes a long, deep way. Trust me.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!